Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we are very honored today to have some very special guests with us. We're delighted to welcome the new Lieutenant Governor, Juliana Stratton. Lieutenant Governor, would you please stand to be recognized? Thank you for attending today. And it is my great honor to introduce to all of you the Governor of the State of Illinois, J.B. Pritzker.
Either one. Yep. You want to go to middle one?
Middle one.
Okay, good.
I'll take the middle.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Thanks, John. And thank you to Matt, to Peter, and to so many of you here today. I want to say thank you for the amazing work that you do. I want to acknowledge someone you already got introduced to, but the Lieutenant Governor of the State of Illinois, Juliana, is, let me just tell you, I said it throughout a campaign for 2 years, but I really mean it. She's making history, not just because she's the first African-American lieutenant governor ever in the history of our state, but I swear to you, you're gonna 4 years from now, you're gonna tell me you were right. She's gonna be the best lieutenant governor the state's ever had. I want to acknowledge all the legislators who are in the room. I won't read down a list, but I'll just say they're from both sides of the aisle, which says so much about the work that you do and the fact that we're all coming together to work on your behalf, to work with you and for you. And to the thousands of professionals in the room, I know how hard you work on behalf of the people that you represent and who you're serving, and you're making their lives better every single day. Now, here in Illinois, there's no question in my mind that we have the greatest parks, forest preserves, and outdoor recreational opportunities in the world. And honestly, it's because of the dedication, the energy, and the passion of everyone that's here. You make Illinois the best in the nation, place to raise a family and for kids and adults to get outstanding recreational opportunities. That deserves an enormous round of applause, and I want to ask the legislators in the room to do the applauding. I'm so honored to be with all of you today and to celebrate the important role that our park districts play and our other institutions that provide these recreational opportunities play in making people's lives better in every corner of the state of Illinois. You all provide the programs, the facilities, and the opportunities for people of all ages and abilities. From programming to keep our seniors active, to after-school and summer programs, to educate and engage our young people, to opportunities for people with disabilities. You build community and help working families thrive. And aside from the obvious reasons, let me tell you how important your role is in building a bright future for the state of Illinois. You know that I spent a career in the tech world working alongside entrepreneurs building new and innovative companies. And beyond the fact that we've created a great new technology ecosystem in Illinois, the number one reason that young millennial engineers and entrepreneurs choose to come to Illinois or to stay in Illinois to build their new businesses is their ability to raise a family in a great environment that is livable and affordable. Our parks, our forest preserves, our conservation lands, and our indoor and outdoor family recreational opportunities are an enormous attraction for these new, young entrepreneurial families. So you're not only making your communities family friendly, you're also good for our economy. Now, I know, true. I know that the past few years have been challenging, but I'm here to tell you that we have an opportunity to make a great new start for Illinois. We have real challenges, no doubt about it, to overcome in terms of our state's fiscal condition. But we have so many great assets in our state, and you are among our most important. I want to be your partner in the work ahead to provide the best facilities and services that we can for the people of Illinois. That mission crosses party lines, you're proving that, and it's shared by public servants all across our state. There's real potential to work across the aisle when it comes to securing federal grants, attracting foundation support, and prioritizing park improvement projects in our state budget. Illinois has gone far too long without a capital plan. My administration will work with lawmakers and communities in every part of our state on a 21st century capital plan to invest in our infrastructure so that our economy and our families can thrive. And there's nothing partisan about that. It's just good government, and it's good for Illinois. So thank you all for your hard work. Thank you for the service that you provide to the people of our great state. I look forward to working with you in the months and years ahead to make Illinois an even greater place to live. Thank you.
Okay, this. Thank you again, Governor Pritzker. I know you've got a very busy schedule, and for you to take the time to be here today is outstanding. In addition to the distinguished guests I've already introduced, we would like to welcome and recognize the following outstanding members of the Illinois General Assembly who have taken time out of their busy schedules to join us today. Please hold your applause until all names have been announced. Legislators, I would ask that you stand as your name is read, and please remain standing so that we can recognize you and all of your fellow legislators in attendance. Senator Scott Bennett, Senator Tom Cullerton, Senator John Curran, Senator Donald DeWitt, Senator Ann Gillespie, Senator Suzanne Glowiak, Senator Don Harmon, Senator Michael Hastings, Senator Linda Holmes, Senator Dan McConkey, Senator Laura Murphy, Senator Chapin Rose, Senator L.G. Sims Jr., Senator Jill Tracy, Representative Mark Batnick, Representative Kelly Burke, Representative Timothy Butler, Representative Linda Chapel-Lavia, Representative Deborah Conroy, Representative Tara Costa Howard, Representative William Davis, Representative Anthony DeLuca, Representative Daniel Didich, Representative Marcus Evans Jr., Representative Jennifer Gong Dershowitz, Representative Stephanie Kifowit, Representative Teresa Ma, Representative Joyce Mason, Representative Michael McAuliffe, Representative Margot McDermott, Representative Debbie Myers-Martin, Representative Thomas Morrison, Representative Martin Moylan, Representative Michelle Mussman, Representative Diane Pappas, Representative Susan Scheer, Representative Nicholas Smith, Representative Dan Ugasti, Representative Emmanuel Chris Welch, Representative Kathleen Willis, and Representative Sam Yingling. Thank you to all the members of the General Assembly for your support of Park Districts, and thank you for being here today. This afternoon, we begin with special recognition of the 2018 National Gold Medal winner and finalists. Agencies that reach the final round of this competition are considered the nation's top agency in their class. We are proud of all the winners and all the Illinois finalists. Congratulations to the Illinois Gold Medal Award winner in Class 5, the Homewood-Flossmoor Park District. And congratulations to the gold medal finalists. In Class 3, Evanston Parks, Recreation, and Community Services. In Class 4, the Lombard Park District. And in Class 5, the Glencoe Park District. Will representatives of these agencies please stand? Let's give them a round of applause, congratulations, and thank for all your dedication and hard work. At this time, I'd ask that the Board of Trustees of the Illinois Association of Park Districts and the Board of Directors of the Illinois Park and Recreation Association please stand. To each of the boards, thank you for your commitment to further parks, recreation, and conservation. Your leadership is enhancing the quality of life for all Illinois residents.
We also want to thank the Joint Conference Committee for volunteering an enormous amount of their time and energy. IAPD members of the Conference Committee serve 6-year terms, and IPRA committee members serve 5-year terms. It is a long-term commitment that demands many hours. This conference simply would not be possible without their work and dedication of this committee. Joint Conference Committee members, would you please stand? Thank you for your volunteer spirit. Today, we would like to recognize the agencies who so graciously participated in our Sponsor a Student program. These agencies were paired with a student who was seated at their sponsoring agency's table. The students had the opportunity to network with park and recreation professionals and commissioners and join us in the celebration of the accomplishments of those in our industries. A total of 32 students were matched with 36 sponsoring agencies. These students are the future of our field. Now I would like to welcome to the stage IAPD and IPRA Distinguished Accredited Agency Committee Chairman Marie Todd and Ryan Reisinger. Illinois is proud of its Distinguished Accreditation Program, which is the most rigorous and respected process an agency can undergo. The evaluation process requires an agency to meet benchmarks in several categories, including legal compliance, general management practices, finance and business operations, facilities and parks, personnel, and recreation services. Attaining distinguished accreditation demonstrates that an agency is among the leaders in the state for bringing exceptional services to residents.
In 2018, the committee conferred this prestigious status on 11 agencies, bringing the total in Illinois to 52 distinguished accredited park and recreation agencies. Accepting the award for the Carroll Stream Park District, our board president Brian Sokolowski, Commissioner Brenda Graman, and Executive Director Jim Reuter. Representing the Cary Park District, our board president Mike Renner, Director of Communications and Marketing Katie Hughes, and Administrative Assistant Megan Lee. From the Chicago Park District, our General Superintendent and CEO, Michael P. Kelly, Chief of Staff, Board of Commissioners Office, Victoria Cola, and Chief Programming Officer, Alonzo Williams. Representing the Decatur Park District, our Executive Director, Bill Clevenger, Director of Recreation, Jamie Gower, and Decatur Parks Foundation Director, Jill Appleby. With the Elmhurst Park District, our Strategy and Planning Coordinator, Laura Gutman, Board President Vince Spaeth, and Executive Director Jim Rogers. From the Geneseo Park District, our Board President Karen Vandersnick, Commissioner Kathleen Repass, and Executive Director Andy Thurman. Representing the Glencoe Park District, our Board President Lisa Brooks Executive Director Lisa Shepard, and Administrative Assistant Jenny Runkle. From the Glenview Park District, our Board President David Dillon, Executive Director Michael McCarty, and Deputy Executive Director Katie Skibby. From the Palatine Park District, our Commissioner Nick Sawyer, Executive Director Michael Clark, and Assistant Superintendent of Facilities Josh Ludolf. Representing the Western DuPage Special Recreation Association, our Chairman Tim Reinbold, Executive Director Sandy Gabor, and Technology Manager Steve Eckelberry. And from the Worth Park District, our Board President Paul Amar, Finance and Human Resources Manager Kelly Fezdek, and Superintendent of Recreation Kara Gelderks.
Congratulations to these Illinois Distinguished Park and Recreation Accredited Agencies for their commitment. Learn how your park and recreation agency can join this elite group and become an Illinois accredited agency by attending session 106, State Accreditation, a Blueprint to Excellence, this afternoon at 3:30 in Soldier Field, not the actual stadium, Soldier Field West Tower on the bronze level.
We'd also like to recognize this year's agency showcase winners. A listing has been provided on each table. Thank you to the 52 agencies that participated by submitting more than 225 individual items for judging. Thank you to the outside professional judges and committee members from within the communications and marketing section that assisted with this year's competition. Last night, all category awards were presented at the C&M section annual business meeting. We would like to announce the overall winners of the 2018 Agency Showcase. Please hold your applause until all the winning agencies are announced.
For the overall winners, in third place was the Downers Grove Park District. In second place was the Arlington Heights Park District, or is the Arlington Heights Park District. And in first place, congratulations to the Champaign Park District. Congratulations to you all. The People's Choice Award will be presented at the IAPD annual business meeting tomorrow at 3:30 in the Grand Ballroom AB East Tower on the gold level. This year's agency showcase submissions are displayed in Columbus AB East Tower on the gold level until 4 p.m. today. Don't forget to stop by and vote for your favorite agency showcase display for the People's Choice Award. Again, congratulations to our winners.
At this time, please join me in welcoming to the stage the President and Chief Executive Officer of the Illinois Association of Park Districts, Peter Murphy.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. What a great way to start 2019, huh? We are going to begin the awards portion of our program where we recognize outstanding contributions and exceptional leadership taking place in the state of Illinois. It has been said that true leaders are inspired by a guiding principle that motivates them and those around them to make the world a better place. Today, we honor such leaders for their game-changing impact on the state of Illinois and the communities they serve.
Park districts, forest preserves, conservation, recreation, and special recreation agencies are among our state's greatest assets. They provide opportunities to improve physical and mental health, improve property values, attract businesses and workers, beautify our communities, and serve as learning labs and outdoor classrooms for our students. Our continued success as the nation's leader in providing these benefits to communities throughout the state would not be possible without the unwavering support of the Illinois General Assembly. With so many legislators here today, I want to take this opportunity to thank all of you for everything you do in supporting our mission and for recognizing that park, recreation, and conservation agencies play a critical role in delivering local services to all Illinois residents. At this time, we would like to recognize two members of the Illinois General Assembly whose commitment to advancing park and recreational opportunities for Illinois citizens have been truly outstanding. Our first outstanding legislator is former Kane County Forest Preserve Commissioner and State Senator Linda Holmes. Senator Holmes, will you please come forward and be recognized?
Since 2007, Senator Linda Holmes has been a leading voice for local government and in particular park districts, forest reserves, and special recreation agencies. She has sponsored numerous IAPD platform bills, including one in each of the past 3 General Assemblies. This past year, she sponsored House Bill 4573, and during the 98th General Assembly, she sponsored House Bill 1353. Both of these IAPD platform initiatives provided park districts, forest reserves, and all local governments with new investment tools under the Public Funds Investment Act to help improve investment returns. Senator Holmes also sponsored IAPD platform initiative, House Bill 1363, during the 99th General Assembly, which helped promote intergovernmental cooperation between park districts and other units of local government. As a member of the Senate Local Government Committee, she has fought for local control and has been a consistent and reliable voice on many other issues that are important to IAPD member agencies. For her steadfast support, we are delighted to honor State Senator Linda Holmes with the Illinois Association of Park Districts Outstanding Legislator of the Year Award. Thank you for your support, Senator Holmes, and congratulations.
Thank you so much. This is quite an honor. This is something that is sort of near and dear to my heart, and obviously we all know how important our park districts and our forest preserves are to all the people of our communities, and that is because we can see all of you in the room that obviously place this as a high priority in your life. As a legislator, I want to say it's very, very easy to represent the bills that are important because they are so important to our communities. And we have the most wonderful lobbyists that come to Springfield and point us in the right direction. So Peter, thank you. Jason Ansmet, thank you for all the guidance and all the help and answering all of our questions when these bills come up. I was elected as a King County board member back in 2004. Wow. At that time, I was also a King County Forest Preserve Commissioner under the guidance of John Hoshite. So thank you, John, because your leadership in that role was also very, very informative and very helpful so that I could do the job I do representing everybody. Let's think of how important these is to our community to have these open spaces. I know the past 4 years in Springfield have been pretty tough. When I need to relax, my go-to place is to get out in a forest preserve, under the trees, listening to the birds, enjoying nature, and going for a walk. That is my #1 form of relaxation. So now take your entire community and look at what the park districts and the forest preserves provide, regardless of age. From age being pushed in a stroller by your mom to, say you're 4 years old and you're learning to play soccer or learning to play baseball, or you need a place where you can get together for an after-school activity, or you're a senior citizen, and again, you want that ability to go out and maybe sit on a bench and watch the birds. I mean, this quality of life is so important to us, and that is what all of you provide. And for that, thank you, because our communities are richer places because of it. You look at the diversity of the state of Illinois and all the different things we have to offer and all the wonderful outdoor activities that we can offer from the northern tip of our state down to the very southern tip, very, very different, and the communities and the diversity and everything we have. And it is because of all of our park districts and our forest preserve commissioners and everybody who works so hard in preserving that and bringing that to the people. So I want to give a huge round of applause and a huge thank you to all of you who have dedicated your lives for making the lives of those of us in our communities so much richer and so much better. So thank you. I'm so honored to be a part of helping out in this effort. Thank you.
Next, we are proud to honor another outstanding member of the Illinois General Assembly. Representative Tim Butler, would you please come forward and be recognized?
Representative Tim Butler has served in the Illinois General Assembly since 2015, but his history with park districts dates back much further to his days as a lifeguard at the Peoria Park District. During his first 2 terms, Representative Butler has demonstrated his understanding that locally elected park and forest preserve commissioners can be trusted as good stewards of local tax dollars. For example, when property tax freeze legislation was abruptly called for a vote during the 2017 fall veto session, Representative Butler was the lone vote against the bill in the Revenue Committee. More importantly, he set politics aside and courageously voted against the bill on the floor because he knew it was bad public policy. Representative Butler has served on numerous committees that impact IAPD member agencies, including the Museums, Arts and Cultural Enhancement, Environment, and Tourism, as well as the Appropriations Committee. He also chairs the Outdoor Caucus. Not only does Representative Butler consistently attend legislative awareness events, but he's often traveled hundreds of miles to do so. His efforts to advance park and recreational opportunities for Illinois citizens have truly been exceptional. For his remarkable dedication and service, we are pleased to recognize Representative Tim Butler for his support of park districts, forest preserves, and conservation districts.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. Senator Holmes, congratulations. And I know the governor, it looks like the governor has left, but I really appreciate Governor Pritzker and our good friend, Lieutenant Governor Juliana Stratton, coming here. I know those of us in the House really appreciate Representative Stratton now being Lieutenant Governor Stratton. I just want to say a few words about what park districts mean to me. And as Peter said, my first paying gig was with the Peoria Park District. Peoria, where you at? Peoria here today? No? No? They're working. The rest of you, see, you're up here, down here. Peoria's working. Peoria is the first park district in the state of Illinois. It's the oldest park district. And my first paying gig was at Carver Pool on the south side of Chicago, south side of Peoria. And as a 17, 16-year-old kid, spent 2 summers as a lifeguard at a pool that was 95% African American, and having a white kid from a Catholic school go there, it taught me a heck of a lot about life. It was more than just a job. And the 2 summers that I spent at Carver Pool, along with Pete Thomas as the manager there, really set the stage for the way I look at race relations and the way I look at life, and seeing the experience that I had there. It was really something else. And I appreciate the opportunity to do that through the Peoria Park District. I also spent my winters at Central Pool in Central High School, Peoria, at the pool there on the 5 a.m. adult swim shift. How many 17-year-old kids want to get up for a 5 a.m. job? I can tell you that. So that taught me a lot about getting my butt out of bed and making sure I get to work every day. You know, the opportunity I have now, my wife Winnie and I have lived across the street from Lincoln Park in Springfield for 15 years. We get to look out our front door every day at the beautiful Lincoln Park, 114-year-old park, one of the jewels that we have in Springfield. We look right across the street at the Lincoln Park Lagoon. The Springfield Park District does great things. Lincoln Park is such a great thing that we get to experience every day. And you know, so I looked up my property taxes. Of the 11 taxing bodies that we have that we pay taxes into, I paid $26.21 to the Springfield Park District last year. Far and away the lowest of any of the 11 taxing bodies that I have to pay into. And to have 35 parks and 4 golf courses and miles and miles of trails, and the wonderful work that the folks at the Springfield Park District do, led by Leslie Scrow, who's the president, and Derek Harms, the executive director. They do great things for the citizens of Sangamon County, and I appreciate the work that they do. IAPD, Peter. Now, Peter, I'm going to sell you out here a little bit. Wendy turned to me and she's like, "How long has Peter been there?" But nobody remembers you not having white hair, though. That's the problem. Peter does a great job, and the team at IAPD. Jason, as Senator Holmes mentioned, Jason and the work that he does at the Capitol, and he's a consistent presence at the Capitol. He does a wonderful job for you all to advocate in Springfield, and he, like myself, is a proud graduate of Eastern Illinois University, so I had to make sure to get that in. But they do a great job, and I really appreciate the work that you do to keep us informed of what's going on. It was said today, you had all of the legislators stand up like we do every year. I think I've been to this lunch every year that I've been in the legislature. When we get invited to a lot of events like this. And other than events that we attend together in Springfield, I don't know of a single event that gets more legislators to turn out than this annual lunch. I really believe that. And I think that speaks volume to what we think about the work that you do. You're in all our communities. You help beautify and keep our communities healthy. And so I think we try to show that back to you in the work that we do, and it's certainly coming for this event every year. I just want to say thank you for what you do, for the work you do for recreation and conservation across the state of Illinois. To make this the great state of Illinois, you're a key part of that. And whether it's skating on the Lincoln Park Lagoon across the street from my house, which I hope, given the weather forecast, it'll hit that 4 inches here before long that I can go skating. Whether it's swimming in the pool in Mount Pulaski in my district, or going up to Pekin and riding horses at McNaughton Park out of my district, or across the state. I really appreciate the work that you guys do to make this a wonderful state. And this is, as a kid who got his first paying gig as a Park District employee, this award's going to have a really nice place in my office, I can tell you that. So I'm honored to accept this, and I really appreciate the opportunity. Thank you very much.
Our next award is the Rising Star Award, which recognizes a newly elected Park Board member who demonstrates exceptional performance and commitment. This year's Rising Star has not only made history, but he's also made a profound impact on his community. As we hear from Jay Lerner, Executive Director of the Waukegan Park District, please join me in congratulating this year's winner of the Rising Star Award from the Waukegan Park District, George Bridges Jr. George, would you please join us on stage?
George Bridges Jr., the first elected African-American commissioner in the history of the Waukegan Park District, has served as board president for 2 terms and is currently the Waukegan Park District board treasurer. As an active progressive member of the board, he is a team player, leader, and role model to many. His goal is to provide access for all now and into the future. He is driven by strong principles, and he ensures that the district meets the needs of the entire community while delivering excellence in all it does. George is committed to health and wellness, which led him to approach staff about adding a 5K fundraiser for cultural art programs and to promote fitness. The event, now in its 3rd year, is more popular than ever. Another initiative of George's is to work with the youth of the community to connect them with park and recreation jobs, creating a pipeline of talent. The number of employed youth grew from 14 in 2015 to almost 50 this past summer. Additionally, George encourages Waukegan companies to bid on projects by designing vendor fairs to connect local vendors and contractors with the Park District, other governmental agencies, and the public. George is also a community builder, working with the Recreation Department staff to implement the Waukegan Fire Department versus Gurnee Fire hockey match to support special recreation. The event sold out again this year, making it a very profitable fundraiser. George takes leadership seriously, and he has shared his experiences in leadership-themed article written for Illinois Parks and Recreation magazine. We are honored to see George Bridges receive the 2018 IAPD Rising Star Award.
Wow. President Mark Jones, can you do me a favor and have Waukegan stand up? Please. Allow this to be your notice. You guys are all on a PIP. Just letting you know. Being on a fire department, and I have 120 brothers that absolutely know that I love them, but I have to say that I equally love my Waukegan Park District. Absolutely love them because they love this community so much, and I see it every day in everything they do. And our greatest asset that we have on the Waukegan Park District is our personnel. And they just come through every time, and everything I can do, I want to display all of their talents. And they bring to the table, their greatest asset is their attitude. Because when they come, they bring it. And that's what I love about them. And I want to make sure that they know that I appreciate them, but they're still in trouble for this. But this represents them, truly. They love not only our community, but they love our partners, our neighbors. And I can't say enough, but I have to say, Peter, Bobby, what IAPD does for us, being a resource and supporting us, thank you. You don't hear that enough. You're constantly rewarding and thanking and cheering us on, but thank you for what you're doing. And I'm keeping this short. Adriana Johnson, Buffalo Grove. Where's she at? There she is. All right. She constantly gives me tips. This is what you should be doing. Try to take this class. So thank you so much. All right? Thank you. Thank you.
Please join me in welcoming to the stage the Executive Director of the Illinois Park and Recreation Association, Debbie Trueblood.
IPRA Young Professional Award recognizes an up-and-coming leader in the field of parks and recreation and is given to an individual with less than 8 years of experience, but someone who shows a great deal of promise in becoming a future leader in the field. The Illinois Park and Recreation Foundation is sponsoring this award with the addition of a voucher for up to $400 to support our award recipients' continuing professional development. As we hear from Tim Reinbold, Executive Director of the Warrenville Park District, please join me in congratulating the IPRA Young Professional of the Year and a former IPRA-sponsored Student of the Year from the Plainfield Park District, Lucas Weiss. Luke, please join us on stage.
Lucas Weiss is a true young professional. In just 3 years, he made a significant impact on the Warrenville Park District. Luke implemented a scanning check-in system for group fitness classes, instituted a Silver Sneakers program, increased participation in both fitness classes and personal training, and gained his personal training certification. He also added special events such as the Family Fit Challenge, setting up teams of 4 to compete in trial games and events, and the inaugural Sparkler Kids 1 Miler. Luke could be seen at just about every special event the Park District holds, including the annual Summer Days Cars Show and the Firecracker 5K. He also dresses up as the Park District's mascot Warren whenever called upon. He has done all of this while being a very active member of IPRA, serving as incoming chair for ProConnect, attending Leadership Academy, and speaking at state conference. In addition to his Fitness Now duties, he also served as the wellness coordinator for the district, was a member of the safety committee, and participated in the City of Warrenville's branding project. Luke is the consummate professional and displays a hard-working, positive attitude each day. In October, Luke joined the Plainfield Park District as the fitness supervisor for the new 40,000 square foot park facility. His contagious enthusiasm, positive attitude, extensive knowledge, and willingness to do whatever the situation calls for make him incredibly deserving of this award. We are proud to see Lucas Weiss receive IPRA's Young Professional of the Year Award.
Wow, well, this is fun, huh? Can't thank Warrenville Park District enough for taking a chance and giving me the opportunity for my first full-time gig, as well as IPRA for providing these opportunities for students. It's been a pleasure. Any students out there, best piece of advice I could give to you is be involved, do as much as you can, and you're going to work with some of the best people you'll ever work with. The field's a great place to work. I've had a pleasure doing it, and I got a lot of fun stuff coming up and a lot of work to do yet. So thank you very much.
Each year, IAPD presents the Honored Professional Award to someone who excels as a leader in the Park District field. This year, we are delighted to honor a woman who has dedicated more than 10 years to the park, recreation, and conservation mission, from inspiring her staff to meeting with legislators and engaging with the public on important issues. She is dedicated to her community and her Park District. As we listen to Bloomingdale Park District's Board President Buzz Puccio describe her achievements, please help me congratulate this year's IAPD Honored Professional from the Bloomingdale Park District, Carrie Fullerton. Carrie, will you please come forward?
For 10 years, Bloomingdale Park District Executive Director Carrie Fullerton has been an inspiration to those around her. Carrie routinely encourages board and staff involvement as citizen advocates by example and direct invitation. Carrie frequently travels to the state capitol to meet with representatives and keep them apprised of local initiatives. She also encouraged the Bloomingdale Park District Board to actively participate in the referendum process by speaking to residents, a strategy that resulted in the overwhelming passage of a $9.9 million referendum. Carrie attends multiple meetings each week with various community groups, serves as chair of the Hank Gianvecchio Foundation, and is an incoming board member of the Bloomingdale Chamber of Commerce. She served on the University of Illinois Department of Leisure Studies Advisory Board and Graduate Advisory Committee, is presently a member of the Western DuPage Special Recreation Association, and at the national level, she's chaired NRPA's Revenue School. Carrie has published many articles in a variety of publications and has served IAPD in numerous capacities. Carrie has also been recognized with several awards, including the University of Illinois' Joseph Bannon Practitioner Award, NRPA Great Lakes Regional Council's Outstanding Professional of the Year, American Academy of Park and Recreation Administration's Young Professional, and IPRA's Professional of the Year and Facility Management Section's Professional of the Year. She has been named a member of the American Academy for Park and Recreation Administration and one of Aquatics International's Power 25 leaders in the leisure industry. She does all of this and still makes the time to energize her staff and steer them in the right direction. It is an honor to see Carrie Fullerton receive this year's IAPD Honored Professional Award.
So surprised. Well, let me just say that I'm very humbled. I know the list of people that have stood here before me, and certainly I am honored and humbled to be in their company. I just get up every day. I love what we do so much. It's about the kid that learns to swim for the first time or hits their first home run, or the senior that comes and hangs out with us because they don't have anywhere else to go, or the people that we serve with special needs. For me, this is my love and my passion, this job. I'd ask my commissioners to put some earmuffs on. I'd probably do it for free if I was independently wealthy, but I am not. So, you know, I've been coming to this conference since I was 19 years old. I can still see myself with my hair piled high on top of my head with a ponytail and bouncing around here just wishing that I could maybe be the next Connie Skibby or the next Jane Hodgkinson and any other of those women that had paved, you know, a path for me. And so now here I am, I'm 50, 31 years later. And, you know, in the last 20 years, when I matured, I had the opportunity to sit in this audience and, you know, think about the person that typically stands here must have an enormous amount of love and support and kindness around them, because no one person can do all of the things by themselves, and I am no exception to that rule. I have an enormous support system around me. So I want to thank my Board of Commissioners. They're highly engaged, really great people who do the right thing for the right reason, and I am so lucky to work for you guys in a town as special as Bloomingdale. I want to thank my amazing staff, Table 17, there they are. Woo! You know, we've had kind of a rough year at the Park District. We kind of blew the Park District up to do all of our referendum projects, and my staff has had to move all of our programs and people all over town. There's people in the mall and the church. They're all over the place. And, you know, you find a lot out about people when the going gets tough. And people at Table 17 are tough as nails, right? And I'd go to the mattresses for them every day. So I want to thank my family, my parents, and my children, who even, you know, I love them with all my heart, even though they think I'm kind of a loser because I still have an iPhone 6. If they were here, they would tell you this, or that I still have an AOL account. So I was just sharing that with Mike Clark the other night. Anyway, and last, I guess what I would share is that I want to thank my biggest support system, and that's my husband, Paul, who I think is not only the most handsome man on the bench in the 18th Judicial Circuit, but also is my best friend and the love of my life. And I'm just a very blessed woman, and I certainly am the sum of all the amazing people that have supported me. So thank you very much.
IPRA Community Impact Award is presented to a current Illinois park and recreation professional who has made a significant impact in the community they serve through their involvement with local, community, nonprofit, and business organizations or government agencies. This award will forever celebrate those professionals who are not currently executive directors, recognizing their important impact on our field. As we hear Batavia Park District's Executive Director, Allison Niamella, describe his accomplishments, please give a round of applause for our IPRA Community Impact Award winner from the Batavia Park District, Eric Locker. Eric, please join us on stage.
Eric Locker is a living legend. The story of Eric's community impact begins as early as his career at the Batavia Park District. In the late 1980s, he was featured on the Oprah Winfrey Show for a Hometown Heroes segment. Oprah recognized him for his heroic actions when, on Halloween night, dressed in a woman's outfit, he saved the life of a stranger whose house caught fire. Eric's giving spirit includes serving as a volunteer firefighter for the Batavia Fire Department and a soccer coach for the Strikers and Tri-City Soccer Association. Eric was recently selected by the Superintendent of Schools to serve on the prestigious Hall of Honor Committee, paying homage to Batavia's hometown heroes. Last summer, Eric was the main point of contact for the Bulldogs Unleashed campaign, a collaboration of 3 community foundations organized to provide financial assistance to support public parks, schools, and the library. The project raised more than $75,000. Eric was the unsung hero working diligently behind the scenes to make sure all 60 Bulldog statues in the campaign were hand-delivered to artists so that they could be painted. Once painted, he picked them up and strategically placed them on Batavia street corners, and then he prepared them for a live auction. One Bulldog went for $8,500 in the live auction, and Eric delivered it to the recipient wearing white gloves to show that the Park District is classy and only delivers white glove service. For 32 years, Eric has proven to be a strong leader locally, regionally, and nationally. We are honored to see Eric Locker receive this year's IPRA Community Impact Award.
Well, thank you very much, and I'm always on the forefront of everything in our district, and boy, you guys kept this a good secret. I like to tell people what I do is not only my honor, but it's my duty, and to give to my community. I have excellent role models there. A couple of them are family members, but more importantly, I have to tell you, sorry, I got the best wife in the world. She supports me. She's a townie. I stretch the apron strings to the east side of town, but staying in Batavia has been the best thing that could have happened to me. My kids grew up helping at all the Park District events, and I believe they're better people for it because I couldn't be more proud of them as well. So, you know, just... Woo! Yeah, there they are. Anyway, whatever you do, give it your all. You're going to be rewarded until your last breath on this beautiful planet. So thank you very much.
The Mike Cassidy Commissioner Community Service Award plays homage to Mike Cassidy's 35-year commitment as a commissioner of the Freeport Park District, earning him the nickname Mr. Parks. Mike Cassidy's volunteer spirit is reflected in those who demonstrate the highest degree of community service and personal integrity. As we hear Laura Gibbs Green, Public Relations Manager of the Rockford Park District, highlight his accomplishments, would this year's Mike Cassidy Community Service Award winner from the Rockford Park District, Ian Lindaberry, please come to the stage to be recognized.
Rockford Park District Board President Ian Linneberry is many things to many people. The countless hours and service he has given to the community has improved the quality of life for citizens by providing a vibrant and relevant park system, which increases property values, stimulates economic development, decreases juvenile crime, and improves the community's health. Ian began his volunteer service with the Rockford Park District in 2011 when he was appointed to the Board of Commissioners. He has been president of the board for the last 3 years. Ian has been instrumental in numerous projects and has established great relationships with many in the community. He's an eternal optimist and the ultimate cheerleader for the district. He has devoted countless hours on the collaborative Reclaiming First initiative to retain, regain, and grow amateur sports tourism in the region. He has been focused on the district's master plan process this year and has collected survey results, attended multiple community engagement sessions, and met with various community members to discuss financial needs. Ian's great passion for outdoor recreation, combined with his and other local citizens' generous financial contributions, and a grant from the Illinois Department of Natural Resources, allowed for the first phase of Atwood Silent Sports Trails to be fully funded without tax dollars. Ian is a dedicated volunteer to many organizations and also serves as secretary and legal counsel to the Rockford Board of Fire and Police Commissioners. We are honored to see Ian Linneberry receive this year's IAPD Mike Cassidy Commissioner Community Service Award.
Nerving at all. My friends at the Rockford Park District, apparently nobody told you that lawyers don't particularly care for surprises. But this is a fantastic surprise. It's an extraordinary honor, and I'm incredibly humbled by it. As I was listening to the familiar voice of Laura Gibbs Green, I couldn't help but think about all of the people in my life who made this award possible. I know that no matter what I accomplish in life, I'll look back on this day and it will certainly be among the best that I've ever experienced. This is an award that means a great deal for me, but I couldn't have done it without all the fabulous people in my life. So like all the speakers who've come before me, I want to recognize those people. Our executive director, Jay Sandine, is fond of quoting an African proverb, which I really like. I had a college professor who used to use it too. It goes, if you want to go fast, go alone. And if you want to go far, go together. And going fast and going far are morally equivalent, right? There's a time and a place for each. But I feel like this accomplishment, the culmination of all the hard work that I've poured into the Park District and our community, has been a journey I've made together with great people in my life. And that starts first and foremost with my family, the upbringing my parents gave me, and in particular, the support I've enjoyed from my wife, who I've been with for nearly 27 years now, and my 3 children. They inspire me to do what I do, and they make me want to make my community a better place. And most importantly, they're tolerant of all the time I take away from them to volunteer my time to the community. Next are the men and women of the Rockford Park District. Like, again, the speakers who came before me, we all recognize as commissioners or as staff that the things that we do are immense collaborative efforts. And the men and women of the Rockford Park District, they breed this fantastic culture of collaboration, both inward and externally with our community. They are fantastic people who live for the job that they do, and frankly, they make those of us sitting at the board table look really good because of their hard work and dedication to the community. And then finally, it's my peers on the board. from Tyler Smith, Jack Armstrong, Julie Elliott, and Scott Olson. We come from very diverse backgrounds and have varying skills that I think complement one another very well. And we have robust debates on the floor. We don't always agree, but the debates are always respectful. They're never partisan or bitter. They're never personal. They're always grounded in facts and reason and trying to determine what's best for the community in the Rockford Park District. And most importantly, in true Carver governance style, once we voted, we all speak with one voice. We're all rowing that boat in the same direction. And it's because of all of those people in my life, all of the people on that Rockford Park District team, that I am able to stand before you today. So this is truly a team award in my mind. It's something that I could never have accomplished all on my own. So finally, I want to recognize the hard work of all of the other commissioners out there. We all do this on a volunteer basis because we love our communities and we love parks and recreation and we love to provide opportunity for the kids and the families in our communities, make our communities more vibrant places to live, work, and play. So my hat's off to each and every one of you. I'm proud to be among you, proud to be a peer, and this award, again, means the world to me, and I'll never forget this day on stage. Thanks.
The IPRA Professional of the Year Award is an honor presented to an individual with more than 8 years of full-time service who has made a major contribution to the park and recreation profession. This award recognizes a person who has shown excellence in their field and consistently goes above and beyond the call of duty. As we hear from Megan Pettit, Public Relations Manager of the Woodridge Park District, describe his accomplishments, please help me congratulate the Executive Director of the Woodridge Park District, Mike Adams. Mike, please join us on stage.
Mike Adams, Executive Director of the Woodridge Park District, exemplifies the qualities of an ideal park and recreation professional and leader. He has more than 31 years of experience in the industry, with 28 of those years at the Woodridge Park District as the Superintendent of Planning and Development, Deputy Director, and Executive Director. Mike led his district through the Illinois Distinguished Accredited Agency process, a designation the Park District held from 1993 to 2016. A current member of the Illinois Distinguished Accreditation Agency Committee, he helps other agencies achieve distinguished accreditation status. He currently serves as Vice President of the Southeast Association of Special Parks and Recreation, assisting in their mission of providing recreational opportunities for people with disabilities. Additionally, Mike is a current board member and past president of the Woodridge Rotary Club. A lifelong learner, Mike continues to educate himself about the park and recreation field. He received his master's degree in recreation administration and has attended IPRA's Professional Development School, Indiana University's Executive Development Park and Recreation Program, and Northern Illinois University's Civic Leadership Academy. Not only does Mike embody the characteristics of a great recreation professional, he also encourages his staff to be leaders in the industry. Many Woodridge Park District employees serve or have served as board or committee members for their sections. When Mike isn't working, he pursues an active lifestyle, serving as race director for the Woodridge Rotary Mini Triathlon, playing in a men's soccer league, and running 5K and 10K races. It is an honor to see Mike Adams receive this year's IPRA Professional of the Year Award.
To all those Perderma reps, if you can find out where that AED is in case I pass out. And I was wondering why we were sitting up so close to the stage, because we're little old Woodridge, who's usually back by the bar, back in the back corner. Anyway, thank you to IPRA and IAPD. Carrie talked about support system, and being a little old
small kid from the South Side, came out with a landscape architecture degree from U of I. Walking into a facility like this with over 5,000 delegates that first time coming to conference was pretty overwhelming. But you're like a family. And to my counterparts where I first started with the Downers Grove Park District, to all my friends there who took me under their wing and showed me what it is to be a great professional, and then to have a couple of leaders here at the Woodridge Park District, first starting out with Keith Franklin, who was a leader not only in the state of Illinois, but throughout the entire country, and one of our best Board of Commissioner presidents, Fred Honke, who again has been well known throughout the country and the state and locally here at Woodridge, to be able to go under their tutelage, to know what it is to be, again, to be a professional and practice what we preach. I've been fortunate to have a board that is progressive and continues to push for more and more. Sometimes we have to put the brakes on, but if you don't know where Woodridge is, it's that little suburb next to Naperville, and we said, why can't we have what all the other big boys have? And that's what was my dream has been, is to be able to provide all the opportunities that everybody else has for our community. I love to play, so that's why I do the things that we do, so I can continue to play. And I have some of the best staff here in the state who have been here for a very long time. We have very little turnover in our district. I'm very proud of that. I hope it's a great place for them to work, and I strive for that to make sure that we do that day in and day out. But I'm just glad to be here. I can't believe I'm standing here. I mean, being here almost 30 years ago, walking into this as a little twerp, it's pretty neat. So thank you very much. You always forget to say things, but my family is, I do this for my family. Thank you. My lovely wife and my 3 kids, they spilled the beans. I went out to go to the washroom, and there they are hiding in the hallway.
The IAPD Commissioner of the Year Award is the association's highest honor and recognizes a commissioner who shows exceptional commitment and outstanding qualities which support and promote parks, recreation, and conservation in his or her community and throughout the state of Illinois. This year's recipient has served his community for more than 20 years. He believes in the pursuit of knowledge, serves on the IAPD Board of Trustees, and has attained Master Board Member status in IAPD's Board Member Development Program. As we hear, Kathy Dixon Long, Facilities Manager of the Dolton Park District, describe his exceptional service. Please join me in congratulating the winner of the IAPD Commissioner of the Year Award from the Dolton Park District, Lester Long. Lester, please join us on stage.
Since 1997, Lester Long has been a commissioner of the Dolton Park District and has served as board president for 15 of his 21 years of service. He is also chair of the Compliance Committee and serves on the Technology Committee. As a dedicated park board member, he believes in having knowledge of laws and trends of park and recreation. Therefore, he has attended Soaring to New Heights Conference at IAPD's Legal Symposium for 19 years, and he encourages Park District executive staff to attend as well. He recommends Park District staff to attend webinars and classes to stay abreast of any new information. During his tenure at Dolton Park District, he worked with his fellow board members to obtain more than $16 million in grants to improve all park and facilities. He had a facility certified as LEED Gold and received a $2.8 million grant from the Illinois Department of Natural Resources to improve the main field house. Lester volunteers at many events, including serving Thanksgiving and Christmas meals to the community's senior citizens, and he has partnered with Operation Warm Coat to give coats to more than 700 children in the community. As a well-known and respected community member, Lester constantly seeks sponsorship to expand the Park District's youth programs and senior activities. He is a trustee on the IAPD board and serves on the program committee and Joint Distinguished Park and Recreation Accreditation Committee. In 2018, he reached Master Board Member status, the highest level in IAPD Board Member Development Program. We are proud to see Lester Long receive this year's IAPD Commissioner of the Year Award.
You know, Jason, you guys helped to surprise me. Yeah, I got her for her birthday. Now she got me back. This is more than better. Oh, wow, look at here. It's my kids. Oh, wow. Oh, my God. I got a son that flew in from L.A., one from Atlanta, and my daughter from Romeoville, and I can't see them all. My sister, daughter-in-law, my son Robert. This is truly a surprise and a blessing. But I just want to say thank IAPD, IPRA for this wonderful award, and I can't thank my wife enough. She my best support, you know. She got me though, but I just want to say, when I was growing up, I had a lot of volunteers to help promote programs throughout the park. We didn't have small neighborhood parks. We had big parks, so everybody played in the park in several communities. But the volunteers, I had a volunteer fireman, volunteer state worker, city worker, streets and sanitation. They was all volunteering in the community to bring programs and stuff for the kids. So I just want to thank all the volunteers out there and keep volunteering, because funding is kind of low, but as long as you keep volunteering, we can keep going. And I just want to thank my fellow board members, the Dalton Park District staff, and I have, if somebody think they got a real good worker or go-getter, I have one gentleman I just want to special thank, Mr. Knuckles. Hey, he waits on snow. So I just want to thank IAPD for this wonderful award. I just want to say to my sons, daughters, and daughter-in-law, these are still big shoes to fill.
To present this year's Robert Arts Lifetime Achievement Award, I would like to introduce last year's recipient, the former Executive Director of the Hoffman Estates Park District, Dean Bostrom.
The IPRA Robert Arts Lifetime Achievement Award is named in honor of Robert Arns, who in 1979 was the newly hired executive director of IAPD. Sadly, his life was cut short, but his vision for parks, recreation, and conservation lives on in his legacy. This award goes to a person with a minimum of 25 years as a full-time professional in the field, whose efforts and contributions have a lasting value and effect on parks and recreation. As we hear Ray Okronowitz, consultant of Executive Decision Consulting, describe his accomplishments, please join me in congratulating this year's recipient, Executive Director of the Shanahan Park District, Chuck Zolke. Chuck, would you please come to the stage?
Chuck Zolke of the Shanahan Park District is the consummate professional and champion of parks and recreation. His 40-year career is a litany of community and professional service. It began in 1978 with the Abe Zamble, and it hasn't ceased since. His legacy is not only leading and growing the Shanahan Park District as the only director it has ever had, but in leading and developing young professionals. His list of accomplishments in his community and to the profession are too numerous to list, but some of his involvement include IPRA, NRPA, SMS, SSPRPA, IPRF, the University of St. Francis, Rotarian, teacher, volunteer, community leader, event chairman, strategic planning member, and Board of Regents. He has been recognized with the 2012 IPRA Professional Award and the ExxonMobil Philanthropic Award. He is an honor flight volunteer, conference presenter, and the list goes on and on. Under his leadership, the Shanahan Park District has built a recreation center, swimming pool, golf course, fitness center, skate park, disc golf course, established a park foundation, created and updated a master plan, added and developed hundreds of acres of parkland, and assembled a comprehensive menu of recreation programs. By recognizing Chuck, IPRA shines a light on a role model and an icon. He is a man of integrity, kindness, intelligence, humor, and steadfast selflessness. Few have done so much for so many without drawing attention to themselves. It is fitting that Chuck have a moment in the spotlight to be thanked for all he has quietly done in his 40-year career. It is an honor to see Chuck Zocchi receive this year's IPRA Robert Arts Lifetime Achievement Award.
So it's me keeping you from the Dove Bar in the exhibit hall, right? I grew up in Park Ridge. My early years were at Northwest Park. And if Gail Mountcastle, your staff are doing a great job over there, by the way, still looks fantastic. And I was thinking today if my parents letting me cross Northwest Highway, they'd probably be arrested now, walking across Northwest Highway without parental supervision there. And I didn't realize it at the time, but there was a school there and a park, and that was, kind of the first school park joint development there in Park Ridge. My mentor, who didn't even know it at the time, Ron Dodd, was the park director in Park Ridge. And how fortunate am I to have parlayed those early days and ball games and everything else in Northwest Park into an outstanding career and job and life. How fortunate we are to work in this field here. My wife Donna, my sons Matt and Alex are here today. Thank you for supporting me in late dinners and missed athletic activities and everything else through the years. Like many of my peers in the room here, I get to work with incredible staff. Many Shanahan staff are here today. I'm not sure who's running the agency today, but I appreciate all our staff coming out and joining the celebration here for me. So thank all of you. Many of those are long-term staff. They're doing great work in a great community. I have the opportunity to work for the best park district board in the state of Illinois. Ron Lehman is not the president of the board, but he is the board in Shanahan. And Ron, thank you for a career and all you've done in Shanahan. Chris Caldwell and Dennis Clow are also here today. Thank you as well for setting an incredible tone that lets us do what we do in Shanahan and in the region there. Everyone in the room is here because we care about parks and recreation and the communities we serve, doing outstanding work, really making a difference in people's lives, families' lives, young children, everyone in our communities here. And as you work through this as a career and you start to look for retirement, you start to look at, who's coming up, who's going to pick up the torch here and carry it forward. So if you're a student in the room today, or if you're a young professional, perhaps with 3 years, could you stand up for just a second and receive some applause for those of us that are here? Please stand up.
Thank you. I had great role models. I had great people to follow. I had an incredible opportunity to serve in a community. Those of you that just stood up, it's coming up to your turn. Make us all proud, make your communities proud, and continue to make a difference every day. Thank you very much.
As our award presentation comes to a close, let us congratulate all of our winners. Thank you for your hard work and dedication. Your commitment to the park, recreation, and conservation movement is an inspiration to everyone. I would also like to thank the IAPD and IPRA staff and volunteers who put many long hours in putting this program together. Thank you for all of your hard work.
Again, congratulations to our award winners, our award recipients, and to each of you who so diligently worked behind the scenes to make Illinois a national leader in parks, recreation, and conservation. Please enjoy the rest of your conference.